Sorry, we had a slight technical glitch here, so we are slightly delayed and we will begin now.
Hariom, Hariom, Hariom. Hariom, everyone. So we'll chant 3 Oms first. We'll close our eyes and chant Om 3 times. This mudra, and we'll put the hands on the lap and we'll say 3 Oms, okay? Over to Sheila ji. She'll say a few words first.
Hari Om. My salutations to Pujya Gurudev, the entire Hinduja family, and all present. We've gathered here today to remember Hinduja ji and pray for his Sadgati. I'm Sheila Chitnis from Chinmay Mission. I was inducted in Bombay Chinmay Mission Managing Committee around 45 years back. And at that time, Hinduja ji was the president of Bombay Chinmay Mission. Incidentally, he was also the trustee, longest serving trustee of CCMT, Central Chinmay Mission Trust. I was very new to the committee, and Hinduja ji was the president. So as a newcomer, I had only brief interaction with Hinduja ji. But what I remember and observed was he was very positive. Even if there were serious problems, he would find a way out very, very positively. He would take suggestions from many and come to a decision very quickly. He was very particular about the time. The committee meetings would start exactly at 7 p.m. and end sharp at 8. No unnecessary discussions. He respected others' time also. His whole family has been dedicated to Gurudev for decades. Gurudev took care of his health. Pray to the Lord and Gurudev to give him Sadgati. Hari Om. And we, so three of us, Neelam Mani, Rakhi Gandhi, and myself, on behalf of Chinmay Mission, would offer our Shraddhanjali by singing a couple of bhajans. Hari Om. Gurudev tava mahaniya krupa, Gurudev tava mahaniya krupa, mere जीवन का अवलंबन है, बस एक यही मेरा बल है, गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा, गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा। अज्ञान भरे संशय से भरे विपरीत विचारों से भी भरे, अज्ञान भरे संशय से भरे विपरीत विचारों से भी भरे, मन के अंधकार को दूर करे वचनामृत से तव बोध कृपा, वचनामृत से तव बोध कृपा, गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा, गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा। पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर, पल पल पग पग जीवन पथ पर, गुरु साथ मेरे रक्षक बनकर, बिसरू न कभी यह प्रेममयी आनंदमयी भवदीय कृपा, बिसरू न कभी यह प्रेममयी आनंदमयी भवदीय कृपा, देव तव महनीय कृपा, गुरुदेव तव महनीय कृपा, महनीय कृपा, महनीय गुरु भावे साधो, राग रंग का भर भर प्याला, पीवे और पिलावे साधो, ऐसा ही गुरु भावे साधो, नाद छिपा तन में लय मन में, नाद छिपा तन में लय मन में, कोई पता ना पावे, चांद सूरज का लोचन गुरु का देखे और
साधु राग रंग का भर भर प्याला पीवे और पिलावे साधु ऐसा ही गुरु पावे साधु साधु साधु।
राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए। सबके ही गुण मन को भाए, सबके ही गुण मन को भाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए। सबके ही गुण मन को भाए, सबके ही गुण मन को भाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए। धर्मशील प्रभु राम कहाए, धर्मशील प्रभु राम कहाए, गिरिधर नागर कृष्ण लुभाए, गिरिधर नागर कृष्ण लुभाए। शिव शंकर नित ध्यान लगाए, शिव शंकर नित ध्यान लगाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए। धर्मशील प्रभु राम कहाए, धर्मशील प्रभु राम कहाए, गिरिधर नागर कृष्ण लुभाए, गिरिधर नागर कृष्ण लुभाए। शिव शंकर नित ध्यान लगाए, शिव शंकर नित ध्यान लगाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए, राम कृष्ण शिव नाम सुहाए। सब He Ram, He Ram. Tu Jagdata, Vishwa Vidhata, Tu Jagdata, Vishwa Vidhata, Tu hi Subh, Tu hi Sham. He Ram, He Ram, He Ram, He Ram. Sacho Tero Ram, He 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 Ram.
Hari Om. Now I request Brahmachari Yukta Chaitanya ji from Chinmay Mission to share his thoughts. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
My salutations, love and respect for all of you present here. My condolence to the entire Hinduja family, near and dear friends. Friends, talking in just 2 minutes about someone like Hinduja ji is absolutely impossible. I have had a long association with Hinduja ji. Mahesh Bhai says nobody was scared of him. Let me tell you, I was very scared of him. He meant business, he didn't waste time. I approached Chinmay Mission as a client. I was in the field of printing, I was a graphic designer. So I would go to Chinmay Mission to get work. It is there where I met Hinduja ji. He never smiled at me, never. But the day I took Diksha, he kept both his hands on my shoulders and said, you couldn't get more correct in life. As we speak about Hinduja ji, each one of you may have something to speak, something very wonderful about such an exalted soul. I want to thank Maya Amma. Amma, without your support, he couldn't have done half the seva he would have done. So my congratulations to you, and we are very grateful to you for all the dharmic stand you took with him all your life. In Chinmay Mission, we don't mourn anyone's death. Definitely not of someone of the stature of Hinduja ji. We celebrate his life. We consider life to be real, death to be illusory or a passing phase for the soul, as though changing his clothes. So we live through this inspired life of Hinduja ji through all those who work with him and through his family members. Friends, one more thing we have to pay attention. Someone like Hinduja ji has given his life for a master who gave us Vedanta. So that means Hinduja ji saw some serious merit in something like Vedanta. Just to give you an idea, if I ask someone what time did the sun rise, each one of you will have a time to tell. But who is telling the right time? Only the one who says, Swamiji, the sun didn't rise, it is the earth that moved, he is correct. But in this world you can't talk like that. So one who keeps in mind, oh, it was not the sun which rose, but the earth moved, and still say it rose at 5:30 is a jnani. Similarly in this world, these are his words to me when I met him 20-25 years back. He said, name, fame, power, position, money gives us nothing. It always eludes us from that happiness which we think we will get through all these means. But a jnani is one who knows this, but still engages himself in the world of objects and relationships only with the bhava of doing seva for others. Friends, we are not born to enjoy for ourselves, we are born to serve others. And Hinduja ji is an exemplary role model for each one of us as to how not just to be born, not just to conduct ourselves when we are alive, also to exit gracefully. Exit of a human being suggests the kind of quality of life he has led all through. And for me, it's a great inspiration. Amma, he definitely has a role to play in where I am today. There are few people, Hinduja ji definitely has a role. Even though he smiles at me, he would smile, but still the very end I was scared of him. Amma, and I pray, actually we don't even have to pray for his Sadgati. His life has, it's inevitable. The Sadgati is there, and we pray to Pujya Gurudev to give the family strength, and may all of you have the blessings of Pujya Gurudev. Hari Om.
I'd like to invite Manisha. Manisha from the Chinmaya Mission. She's the CEO of the Chinmaya Mission. And Bhalerao ji sir.
Hari Om everyone. My association with Hinduja ji goes back many decades. When I joined Central Chinmaya Mission Trust in 2004, he was there. I think his entire family knows how close the two of us were. We were inseparable. He was like a father to me, but also a friend. We worked together, we learnt together, and he was a complete source of inspiration for me. I never saw that's it enough. He was so much older, but he was always there, enthusiastic. We had to travel every week. He would go once a week with Pratap Bhai to Chinmaya Vibhuti. He would come daily initially to office. They moved all the way from Kafparet to Pavai so that he could come regularly to office. And from him I learned everything about administration and management. Very patiently he taught, and we used to brainstorm together, think together how to take the work of Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayanand forward. And he never got tired. We'd go to Chennai, all over the country we would travel for whatever work Pujya Guruji Swami Tejomayanand would ask us to do. But he never got tired. He would always be enthusiastic to drive to Chinmaya Vibhuti. It was his favorite place. And we all were there, and I've just returned and come straight here. Just gone to the ashram, had a wash and come here. He was so keen to be there this last weekend that we were there. So for me, he is always with me. He is my source of inspiration. He is my guide. He is my support. And we don't forget him in the office. He would come straight to my office. We'd have a cup of chai, coffee, and start working. And I know how many times Amma would be wondering that when are you coming for lunch? Some days he would forget about lunch, have lunch in the ashram and then head back. As Yukt ji said, Amma was so supportive and never got impatient that he's away for so many hours. And we would be chatting away, working away, and it's because of all that support. I have many of my colleagues here from Central Chinmaya Mission Trust, Devashish Damle ji, even Kailash is there, all our trustees are there, Sri Ramji. They all know how hard the entire team has worked together, and today it is where we are. So I have gratitude in my heart for his presence in my life and for his inspiration in my life, and I will always hold that closely. This family is my family. Everyone in the Hinduja family is my family. I feel that because he was part of us. I never felt him different. Amma knows we always walked in, walked out. It was home for us, and ashram was home for him. All of you, please, I would like to invite you all to his home, Sandipni Sadhnalaya in Pavai, and his home in Chinmaya Vibhuti near Pune, which is in the village Kolvan. So please come there, attend some programs with us and see how he lived such an inspired life. See the projects he has completed. It didn't matter whether it was small or big. He was aligned to Puja Gurudev and Puja Guruji's vision, and with total inspiration and dedication, he did it. He never complained. I never saw him get angry. I was never frightened of him. In fact, because I was so much younger, I comfortably bullied him into whatever I wanted, I got. And you know, always females have an advantage because you become like a daughter, so then you can get whatever you want. So for me, it was a very joyful association. I have very joyful memories, and I will keep them with me and keep that as a source of inspiration for myself. Thank you, and all of you are welcome to his home. Hari Om.
Hari Om. I will offer prayers to Hinduja ji by chanting Shlok. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. My heart is full of memories with Hinduja ji. I shoulder so many cherished moments with Hinduja ji. It's really a long association. We shared many good moments with Chinmay Mission. We cherish good memories with him when we travel together. He was such a person. As somebody mentioned, Brahmachari mentioned, he's to the point. He is very punctual. I used to always get late, and he was getting wild with me. He used to call me with my nickname sometimes. We were very good friends because he was the only person. Very few people know my nickname. He was the only person. He used to call me my Shiru as my nickname. So intimacy was with him, and there were some critical moments we shared when we were working together with Vibhuti. It was very difficult to acquire the land, and then he was not a person he was knowing everything regarding lands, but he acquired this knowledge, and he was used to deal with that shetkari, which is very difficult because those people are very intelligent, and to negotiate with them and to get all proper information from them was very difficult, and that the skill, that the knowledge Hinduja ji acquired, and he was negotiating whatever 75 acres land acquired that time. Even Guruji used to admire him. They used to say, Hinduja ji, please go and tackle this problem, and he used to go there with Damleji and used to tackle that. I was behind all the time and listening the skill and knowledge of Hinduja ji. I asked him, how come you know this? He used to say, when I'm working with full dedication and sincerity, the knowledge automatically comes. That's what the Hinduja ji. I lost a very big my friend, but his memories will be always cherished with me. We will positively be connected with Mayaji all the time. We'll take because just few days back, Hinduja ji and Mayaji were in ashram to meet Guruji, and he expressed his desire that I want to attend this 75th birthday program. But Guruji said, take it easy. You come after the monsoon. That was the advice from Guruji. So it was Vibhuti was his second home, and then he visited Vibhuti many times, and with his friend and with Chinmay Mission Premi. Anyway, my heart is full of the memories for Bhai Hinduja ji, and I'm really happy to be associated with him, such a knowledgeable and skillful person. So thank you very much. This is my pranam to Maya ji and Mahesh ji. We are associated with him, and thank you very much. आणि एवढंच मी परमात्म्याला गुरुजींना गुरुदेवांना प्रार्थना करतो की त्यांच्या आत्म्यास सद्गती लाभो. हरि ओम, हरि ओम, हरि ओम.
Thank you so much. Chinmaya Mission was a very, very large part of my father's life. Now I'd like to invite my cousin Vijay to say a few words.
Good evening. Actually, I'm not Vijay. I'm known as Viju in the family. I am his nephew, and Kishu Chacha has been very close, and he was instrumental in shaping my life. A couple of incidents that I would like to narrate is our travel in 1977 when Kishu and Maya were kind enough to take me along for a holiday with them. And Kishu's precondition was that, Viju, you will join us, but you are going to be my navigator. I said, okay, fine. So the moment we arrive in New York, we go and buy the Ryan McNally atlas, and he says, Viju, study the map properly. We have to, set out for Florida tomorrow morning. And watching TV for the first time in America, I spent the whole night watching TV. In the morning when we were ready to set off, he said, Viju, where do we go, left or right? I was, flabbergasted. I said, what do I say? Turn right. After an hour, he says, Vijay, this road shows that we are going to Canada. We are supposed to go to Florida. I said, then, again I looked at the map. He's saying, Viju, you're in America. The next U-turn comes after 10 miles. So, it was great fun. We had a lovely time. And I became a travel bug after I spent time with him. And later on, he encouraged me to join the factory. During my holidays, I would go and spend time at the factory when I was in school. So one day, a friend of his from Dubai came to meet him. And he tells me, Viju, please mind my friend's language, he's got a very foul tongue. So we met and we had a good time, and then this friend from Dubai went back. Then he tells me the next morning, Viju, I hope you did not speak to dad about my friend, because he's only one of these guys who's like that. All my other friends are very good, And so that was it. So my auntie, Gitu, Situ, Mahesh, thank you so much. You are part of my extended family. I will remember Chacha like I remember Jyoti every day in my prayers. Thank you.
Hari Om. If I had to put title to an essay on HK Mama, would be a life lived to the fullest. I'm Vikram Lulla. I'm his sister Sheila Lulla's son. HK Mama and my mother were number 3 and number 4 in the sibling order, and they shared a very special bond, which is hard to describe in words, but I'll try. To tell you more about HK Mama, which I'm sure a lot of you all can resonate with, is that he was a perfect gentleman in the true sense of the word. I remember I used to have facial hair, and every time he used to say, "Ye kya hai?" So today I shaved in his honor, wishing I can still hear his distinct voice saying, "Ye kya hai?" So he had a grand personality and a very, very unique, unforgettable, beautiful voice, which is there always with us. And when I was writing this, I was like, I'm going to write this in the present tense. He is a grand personality. He's always going to be with us. If he's a legend with a royal demeanor, if I had to say something about him, absolute royalty. A royal legend who always handled life's challenges with a graceful smile and dignity. And he was he is an inspiring adventurer who is ahead of his time. I remember wanting to travel because I got the travel bug from him and his family, and I was like so glad that, you get that exposure. And he could be all this due to, Maya Mami and his amazing family. So thanks to all of you to make him the legend he was. yeah, he always spoiled all his nieces and nephews, and always was concerned about us. Every time he would meet us, saying, "So, what are you up to?" You know, and it was a genuine concern. He would ask, you know, and shower us with gifts from all his travels, gifts and toys that we still cherish, you know, and remind us of him all the time. Something that I have taken on from him and given, you know, I try and do that to my nieces and nephews, taking on the legacy. As I told you, he had a special bond with my mother because she was just the one younger to him. They used to do this endearing thing which you had to just watch. It was so subtle. Every time they would meet at some function or something, he would just hold out his hand and she would give him his hand, and then they would walk together. It was just one of the most touching things to witness. And he had just come to visit her 2 months ago, and he told her, I love you. And it was so. This is my mom. Volume. Can you rewind?
I love you.
I love you more.
Thank you.
करोड़ का जमाना है.
This is the special bond that they expressed his love, and so he's giving us a message. So all of you, and I want to see all your hands raised. Please go and tell I love you to all your loved ones today itself. Don't wait until it's too long. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vicky. That was absolutely lovely. Siri uncle, can you come up and say a few words?
Hari Om, Pranam. I am Srichand Ahuja. I am privileged to say I am his closest friend. He was so close to me that any enterprise, any adventure, any travel, he used to involve me for all reasons. So much so, even when he was going abroad, he used to call me, Sri, come over for dinner. So I used to go to his place for dinner, and when he used to come back and the same invitation was extended, please come back for dinner now. So we used to, he used to, reminisce or whatever, he has traveled, and he used to encourage me that you have to, visit so and so place and all that. But I must tell you that our bond goes from 1965. So how 1965? Because Maya, also known as Asha to her more closer ones, so she was a very good friend of my wife, Kamla. So they were not sisters, they had a special bond, they continue to have that bond. So that continued after I married Kamla also, and this is how I met. And actually, even at a drop of a hat, I was invited by them at all times, because actually I was the person who he could let off steam. He had so much of pressure because there was so just he used to call. Today Maya will call and say, I made pani puri. So we used to go and enjoy ourselves at their place. So much so, when our children were not really children, but they were very small, her children and my children, and we used to have traveled together length and breadth of India, east, west, north, south, to Kashmir, to Cochin, all the lovely places in India was possible because of them only. But I must share something more, special. He is a reason for invoking the religiosity in me. He is the reason where I've been able to go to various dhams. We went together to even Kedarnath, Badrinath. Otherwise, I would have never been able to do it alone. And also, he was a different personality with what you all know. With me, he was not merely a friend, but we used to see each other, and he used to, even sometimes he used to say, Sri, what are you doing? Huh? You should do this, you should do that, and all. But all the same, somebody said earlier that I was scared of him. But I was never had that feeling of anything, because I used to actually go to him whenever, you know, he was low also, actually, because I've seen his personality was such, he could never be low, actually, because he has been up the down staircase many times in life, but always come out a winner, you know. And he was the person who actually, his enterprises were way ahead of his time. If you remember Craft Center, it was a 15,000 square feet shop. Actually, all the other malls have come later on, actually, you know. And they had a theater also, I remember, actually, yeah. And he used to call me there also. Come on, today so and so artist is there, come over. And so we used to meet regularly, very often. So much so, it is one of those things in life. Last week, a week before his death, you know, I invited his family and my family. We had dinner together. But you won't believe it. At that age also, he has not left a zest for life. He had a passion for travel. He was telling me, you know, we were talking about, will like to go on a cruise, you know, and he was telling me, you also should go to the cruise, go to the Alaska cruise, you know. So it was quite a, you know, a feeling of regret that, I mean, such a person also has to say goodbye. But that's life, you know, actually. We all are mortal, but some of us are immortal. He's one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Surya. Thank you so much. Now Geetu will sing. It's not disturbance.
Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda. चार्थो न कामो न मोक्ष चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे पुण्यं न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदं न यज्ञम् अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मृत्युर्न शङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्प निराकाररूपो विभुर्त्वा च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां न च सङ्गतं नैव मुक्तिर्न मेया चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं 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 शिवोऽहम्
I'd now like to invite Avni and her daughter Hannah to say something.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here as we remember and celebrate our beloved Nana, Dadu, and Baranana. I'm speaking on behalf of all his grandchildren, and I'd like to share a memory from my sister Veda that has stayed with us all. During the first COVID lockdown, Nana spent some time at my mom's. Around that time, Veda and him became completely captivated by a family of bulbul birds that had made their home just outside their dining room window. Every day they watched them, their movements, their songs, and something about those birds stirred memories deep within Nana. He began sharing stories we had never heard before. One day he told us about how, as a young boy in Karachi, his father kept pet bulbuls. Those tiny birds outside that window somehow unlocked a part of his past that had remained quietly tucked away. And then came the story that none of us will ever forget, of how, at just 12 years old, he traveled alone from Karachi to Bombay during the partition. A journey not by train or by bus, but on a cargo ship called the SS Dhumra. He spent the entire voyage on a stack of 50 packages. I still can't imagine the courage it took, but that was Nana, brave, composed, and quietly remarkable. For his 90th birthday, Veda drew him a picture of his beloved Bulbul. After that, he would often ask her to draw him as that 12-year-old boy on top of his packages. Veda never did get around to that second drawing, but those birds had already given us something special. They had given us a glimpse into the extraordinary life he had lived before we knew him. To me, he has always been exceptional. Even at 92, he celebrated our achievements as if they were his own. Every store opening Summer and I had, he was there. Despite finding it difficult to move around in the last few years, he showed up full of pride and support. He loved to travel. Though he couldn't travel much in the later years, he lived through our adventures. Every trip I took, whether it was work or pleasure, he wanted to know everything. And when my children came into this world, he became not just my grandfather, but a grandfather to them too. He was strong till the very end. Even when his body began to slow down, his spirit never did. And beside him always was my Nani, his quiet strength, the one who held him up both literally and in every other way. We miss him deeply, but we also carry with us his stories, his spirit, and his strength, and most of all, the quiet love he gave us in his own special way. Now, my daughter Hana will also say a few words she wrote because Nana meant the world to her, too. Thank you.
I miss my Bara Nana. He was super kind. He was super tall. He came to my birthday, Barbie birthday. I will always love and miss him.
not far beyond. This second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look, you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time.
What question?
Okay, so Daddy, one unique piece of advice for each of your kids. You don't have to start from the top.
The unique advice is that do what you can, do not expand beyond your limitations.
Oh, great.
Daddy, can you do? The last time we were here,
Now we have a new
was
theme.
with Jyoti
Yes, Daddy.
and who was there? Bart. Jyoti and Bart.
So, Daddy, for Jyoti, you have to do.
Chris?
You made me do this for the camera. Yeah.
Bart Jyoti. Bart Jyoti.
You started.
I will not do.
We can't do. You can't do, Daddy. Even raspberry.
What?
No, raspberry. Not like this. Make a sound. Make a sound. Sound with it, Daddy.
Hi, this is really hard, but Sita, can you read for me? I can't. Read first.
Okay, Sanya has sent a little note. A man is not judged by the volume of his words, but by the gentleness of his presence, the warmth in his eyes, and the love he leaves behind. When she was little, he taught her how to swim. So I'm going to say this in her words. So when I was little, he taught me how to swim by tossing me straight into the deep end. It sounds bold, but that was his way. He believed in me before I believed in myself. And that sink or swim moment became a quiet motto that I've carried with me ever since. A lesson in courage, trust, and resilience passed down from him. He pinched my cheeks well into adulthood, called just to say, I love you, and laughed with a sweetness I can still hear. His tuft of silver hair, his impeccable style, and those kind eyes made him unforgettable. But it was his steady heart that left the deepest mark. He was the most devoted father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. A man who lived with quiet grace and gave love unconditionally. Through him, I learned what it means to be grounded, to be gentle, and to love deeply. We miss you and we love you. You lived your life to the fullest. Dad, friend, business partner, and sounding board.
It's hard for me to speak, but I'd like to play a video and
Before they turn off all the lights, I won't read you your wrongs or your rights. The time has gone. I'll tell you good night, close the door. Tell you I love you once more. The time has gone, so here it is. I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid, it's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Do I need to be introduced? Hi, my dad has written a note which I will be reading out for him first. And again, I'm saying it in his words. I've had the privilege of knowing my father-in-law for over 30 years. Distance and work kept us apart for a long time. Fortunately, they moved to Mahir in 2012, and I actually got to know him much better and spend more time with him. We'd always connected over cricket. Our discussions were endless and our analysis invariably wrong. But that didn't stop us, because everyone else in the family knew much less or just weren't interested. We were the undisputed experts. We also bonded over our Teen Patti sessions with his building friends. He looked forward to them and would always let me know when the next session was and why I must come. It was our small way of connecting. In all these years, I've never seen him perturbed. His demeanor and never say die attitude was astonishing. The gentle smile and calmness came to him naturally. He was always cool. I can't end this without mentioning his love for traveling. It was legendary, and the stories were endless. It's something that he was passionate about and bonded us all together forever. This is his legacy. Thank you for making me part of it. And now I have written something for my Nana. When I think of my Nana, the first image that comes to me is of him sitting peacefully amidst all of our chaos. Throughout my life, at every gathering, despite the ruckus being created by all of us, wherever he sat, everything was calm. Very little could faze him. It may sound like he was bored, and maybe he was, but I know that he was also always watching. He indulged all of our madness, as you saw. From my endless performances as a child on his little stage in Powai to my inane conversations with him now, if something was important to his grandchildren, he cared and he made it known. It is easy to get details confused about who is doing what, especially when most of your grandkids are away. But he didn't. The cow that you see in that image is one of the first things that I ever crocheted. And the day I gave it to him and Nani, he demanded to have pictures taken with it. He posed with it, and then he told me to bring over the bulbul artwork Veda made for him, and he made me take pictures of him with the gifts made by his beloved grandchildren. He and Nani tell everyone about the cow. On the day I turned 18, Nana and Nani decorated their home, called me over, and placed a crown on my head. Nana, instead of giving me a card and letting me read his message at home, read it out loud for me, ensuring that I knew how intentionally every word was written. He loved us, but I cannot talk about his loves without mentioning his love for everything sweet. He realized that we have that in common very quickly. Whenever he wanted dessert, instead of asking for himself, he would ask me what I wanted so that he could eat too. I very gladly became his scapegoat. Even when he was done eating and didn't want to eat more, he couldn't ever resist that one bite of dessert. Some of my favorite things about him was how great he was with technology and how sharp he was with cards. He loved technology. A couple of weeks ago, he asked me to set up his Bluetooth earphones. All I had to do was pair it, and then he was set. Every time I saw him after that, he had his earphones in. While walking in the compound, traveling in the car, and while sitting at home, even when the TV was on, every new gadget amused him. As my dad mentioned, he loved playing cards. In Alibag, we would gather together for games of open rummy every night. I never won, but he did. My Nana had a way of bringing people together, of knowing them and making sure that they knew how much they mean to him. He loved everything freely,
And I'd like to think that parts of him live on because he shared his little joys with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahika. And on that note, since my dad loved his desserts, we've got his favorite dessert here for everyone to have. So please do not leave without having the faluda that we have behind. Please collect it on your way. Yeah. I'm going to read out a little note that my mom wrote. Our togetherness of 60 completed yesterday was a blessing. As a young girl, I would read magazines like Femina and Filmfare. He used to get upset that I was reading rubbish. He asked me to read Perry Mason, his favorite detective novel. So I, who had grown up reading Enid Blyton, switched to Perry Mason and soon enjoyed them. Thereafter, I was introduced to magazines like Reader's Digest, Time Magazine, Illustrated Weekly, National Geographic, and many more. In a way, I consider him to be one of my teachers who also showed me the world. Our journey has reached its pinnacle, and I have memories and more memories to live by. A wonderful companion who I love and will always be indebted to. And this is a short note from me. My dad, who lived fully and on his own terms. Everyone today is speaking how wonderfully Dad lived his life, and rightly so. But I'd like to share a glimpse of the days just before he passed away on Thursday, 26 June. Dad was determined to visit Chinmaya Vibhuti for the birthday celebrations of his Guruji, Swami Tejomayanand. And Dad had played an instrumental role in overseeing the construction and project, and it held a very special place in his heart. Though his health was frail, Mom and I kept trying to dissuade him. He kept insisting. We finally convinced him to visit Guruji at the stead, which he did on Tuesday. The very next day, Wednesday, his building's card group had the usual Teen Patti party. Even though he could barely walk on his own, he insisted on joining and played and lost 500 and had fun as always. And then on Thursday morning, while we were chatting, he looked at me and said, "Please renew my passport." He wanted it to be ready just in case he regained strength to fly to Dubai and spend time with Mahesh, Sanya, and Tilly. That was my father. That was the spirit with which he lived, full of purpose, determination, and lots of travel. Jyoti always said that Dad's spirituality came from being a Karam Yogi, and that is the spirit he has passed on to all of us, his children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Thank you.
I will end with a song I've been requested by my mom to sing. I need a minute.
व्यालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरम् नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे प्रशस्तचारुविग्रहम् भक्तवत्सलं स्थिरं समस्तलोकविग्रहम् लसत्कटिं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे धर्मसेतुपालकं स्वधर्ममार्गनाशनम् धर्मपाशमोचकं सुशर्मदायकं विभुम् पाशशोभिताङ्गनिर्मलम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे रत्नपादुका प्रभाभिरामपादयुग्मकम् नित्यं द्वितीयम् इष्टदैवतं निरञ्जनम् दर्पनाशनं करालदंष्ट्रभूषणम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे भिन्नपद्मजाण्डकोशसन्ततिम् दृष्टिपातनष्टपापजालमुग्रशासनम् अष्टसिद्धिदायकं कपालमालिकाधरम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे भूतसङ्गनायकं विशालकीर्तिदायकम् पापशोधकं विभुम् नीतिमार्गकोविदं पुरातनं जगत्पतिम् काशिकापुरादिनाथकालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरम् ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधकं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनम् शोकमोहलोभदैन्यकोपतापनाशनम् ते प्रयान्ति कालभैरवापि सन्निधिं ध्रुवम् I feel the joy, I feel the strength, I feel the privilege of existence. I feel gratitude, I feel certain always. Time, only time is significant. कालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवं भजे Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you.
Please do have the faluda. It was Dad's favorite dessert. Nobody should leave without having it. Thank you.